Call the names. Wake the room. Wake the room. Wake the room! Rex, Pam Ray, Naomi, Afasiana, Babbler, Monarch Soul, Jojo, Grey Eyes, fill my eyes. Poets assemble. No masks, no manners. Say it plain, or say it broken. Monday night in the garden of enlightenment. Low light lit minds, every line got intent. Clock ticks crooked and the room turns vigilant. Quiet so loud you can hear what the tension meant. Then it slips after midnight, manners get murdered. Nice little masks get cracked by a word or a murmur. Twisted Tuesdays twist truth till it turns on its heel. Clean cut faces go strange when the dark gets real. You can feel that shift, that slick little slip when the grin stays sweet, but the eyes don't sit. Like the room grew ribs, like the walls grew ears, like the hush got hands and it's pulling you near. And the words don't rest, they press. Put a heel on the chest, leave a dent in the breath. Every line like a knock from the back of the brain. Like you came in one shape, you won't leave the same. Late night poets, where the room leans in, where the sharp gets shown in the soft dough dim. Late night poets, hear the whole thing shift from a whispering the ribs to a line that lifts from the darkened edge of doubt to the pull you can't ignore. We don't just read the night, we make it something more. Say it plain, say it broken. Late night poets, Wednesday breaks, parts in the parks, ink down the spine, half halo, half hazard, both hands in the light in the yard. A seduction walks soft through the smoke, silk on the tongue with the blade in the joke. Books and bards wakes dust in the depth of the shelves. Old ghosts lean out and start naming themselves in a craft and sullen up the ache. Gets a voice, pain stands up street and makes silence a choice. Then break on through when the devil gives way, when the masses sink but the pulse says pray. Echoes in the dark, go hunt the fear, that thing with no name starts ringing in your ear. Say it, say it. Fill my eyes with poetry, don't water it down. Let it bite, let it bloom, let it burn through the crowd. Bad company grins like a bruise, dressed smart, and rhythm and rhyme puts a boot through the heart. Late night poets, where the room leans in, where the sharp gets shown in the soft dome dim. Late night poets, hear the whole thing shift from a whisper in the ribs to a line that lifts from the darkened edge of doubt to the pull you can't ignore. We don't just read the night, we make it something more. Say it plain, say it broken. Late night poets, some come shattered, some come slick. Some speak honey with a blade in it. Some sound velvet, some sound wire. Some walk in low and take the room higher. Some come holy, some come liars. That's the thing! This ain't filler for the dead space, no. There's a pulse with a pen, there's a blood with a nickel, there's a breath with a backbone, ink with the crown, live marks, live nerve, truth laid bare in the round. This is the beautiful mess, the bruise and the bloom, the line that cuts clean and makes a little room. Late souls, wide eyes, all nerve in the dark, a room full of hearts beating hard through the dark. Wake the room, wake the room. Late night poets, where the room leans in, where the sharp gets shown in the soft dim. slips past polite. We tell the truth. L&P, we love you. Stay frosty.
Welcome back, my friends, to where the music never ends. We're so glad for all your minds that we find. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Late Night Poets Rhythm and Rhyme Show. We're part of the world's largest community, that's allpoetry.com, and there you shall find us, the Late Night Poets. We put these radio shows on 7 nights a week, Monday through Sunday, 10 p.m. till midnight. And if you're looking for a little more edgy around, then please check out the After Midnight shows, 12:30 to 2:30 a.m. on Tuesday, Wednesday, and every other Friday morning. Evening, Gingy.
Hello, Rex, and how are you tonight?
All right, what's going on?
Nothing. How's your weather? You know how we
Been raining.
been rain. It's humid as hell here. I mean,
It's
unbelievable.
pretty nice right now.
It's warm and humid, but we're supposed to have rain, I think, the rest of the week. So I guess it's bound to go away, or else get worse. I'm not sure which. But yeah, so really, there's not much going on. I went to a bridal shower today. You know, that was about it. But it was a long day. I think we spent 6.5, 7 hours, between setting up and, partying like girls do, So,
Oh, yes.
yeah, we had a lot of laughs. But, yeah, so it was nice. It was nice. And let's see. Neighbor, what's your weather? Jojo, what's your weather? And hello to both of you, by the way. Mm-hmm. Get clean. Rainy, muggy, humid, but cool. Wow. Yeah, I don't like muggy and I don't like humid. But cool is good. I think cool is cool. Jojo says it's low 80s and beautiful. There you go. Can't beat that. Can't beat that. So my neighbors sounded similar boat to me, except it was warm here. Very warm. And then, Connecticut, well, that sounds like a good day. My gosh. What else is going on? Hang on a second. I'm obligated to speak to people. Yes. And I swear I heard someone else just come in, but I guess maybe I'm just a little crazy. Anyway, we have a good show tonight, I think. Lots of good songs.
Yes.
Lots of good poetry. Yeah, it should be good. And hello, Eric Phantom. How are you today? And what's the weather there? You in the 50s today? Got to find out what's going on in Melbourne. Mm-hmm. Hello.
It's a howdy from down under.
Yeah. That sounds funny, doesn't it? 58. 58's not too bad. It's closer to 60. It could be worse. It could be 53. That's the way I look at it. That's the way I gotta look at it. Oh my goodness. So yeah. So tell us what you got cooking tonight, Rex. Besides yumpy.
Yep. Jumpy's Yummies. That's exactly right. I couldn't think of a title, so I went down a different road.
There you go. That's all right. The imagery usually is yummy and yumpy's pieces, so I go with that. Mm-hmm. So,
I mean, hell, if this was a Wednesday, we could, hey, come on down for Yumpy's Humpies. We're having fun.
Good thing you're not doing this on a Wednesday. Just saying. Oh my goodness gracious. Look, we're going to do something a little different tonight. We're going to start out with a yumpy intro after our usual intro. So I kind of like that idea. And this one is called. You ready to start, by the way? Let me do it that way.
Oh, sure enough. Why not?
What we got going on next week? Do you know yet?
Huh?
What we got going on next week? Do you know yet?
No. I'm still
Hmm.
having trouble getting around these bloody pages. I tried
Oh,
sending out news, and hell, I can't even find the news tab anymore.
what in your contest?
Contest news? Yeah.
Oh no. Pam found out the other day that they did away with that.
Well, that doesn't help.
Hardly anyone was using it. Well, at least now you know not to bother looking. Hello, Pam.
Well, hell, everybody. Well, I used it all the time.
I know. I don't get it. I don't get it. Well, Pam is here, but she is on mute, so I'm not sure what's happening. But we will wait for her to join us officially. But yes. So anyway, I'm going to start the show with this song, and this is called "Candle in the Flame." So I'm going to put up the lyrics. I hope to God I grabbed the right one. And I'm going to hit the button. Hey, like that. I am such a silly girl. Here we go.
You are the comfort when the chaos swells, the calm within where wonder dwells, a whisper heard when pride departs, a rhythm echoing through loving hearts. You are the lamp, the sacred fire, the pulse that stirs my deep desire. With every gaze, my fears subside. 1,000 truths unfold inside. You're the light that warms the night, a warmth that brings pure delight. You're the reason I remain, a steady flame through joy and pain. I see can guide, nor stars declare the path that always ends despair. When I falter, I still remain, drawn back into your soul's domain. You burn through every false disguise, the heat that melts the coldest lies. Without a word, your soul proclaims, you're the candle within the flame. Even when the silence grows and distance dims, we know your eyes still hold the truth I seek, the strength inside when I feel weak. You're the light that warms the night, the sacred flame that gives me light. You're the reason I remain, a steady light for joy and pain. I see you light, I feel your heat, an echo of me hearts. You are the song I'll always sing, my candle in the flame. Your eyes, my church, my truth, my home, the light that shines where I'm alone.
Nicely done, Yumpy. Well, what a way to kick it off. What do you think, June?
Oh, I love this one. I liked it the first time I heard it. I thought it was just excellent. Um, I thought each one of the verses was very well done. And I loved the chorus and the bridge. And I absolutely love the outro on this. So there's not a bad piece in it. I love the tone, the voice, the music. I really was a very well done piece all the way through. So great job. Much enjoyed it, Yumpy. Thanks for sharing. Absolutely.
Nice. And Pam, I see you come on the board.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
What a absolutely beautiful song for sure. Great inspiration taken from Peter Gabriel. And I just thought this had such wonderful lines. Speaking, it's a beautiful spiritual rite, speaking on that idea of truth found within the inner light, and within the idea of realizing that you are not alone in this world. There is something bigger that guides you. And I thought there were great lines throughout, but I did especially like verse 3. So nicely done by Yumpy.
Nice, thank you, Pam. Yes, it did offer up a nice note of depth, so you could walk this a couple of ways, and you wouldn't be wrong on either level. And if you walk them together, well, you know what? Even better. So nicely done, Yumpy.
Yes. It was a great start for the night. Very sweet. Okay, let's see what I have now. For our first prompt piece, I'm going to put this up. This is called The Forest Call, Temple of the Trees. So let's put the link up and let me hit the
Come, walk with me into the forest's blessed abode. See the wondrous beauty the earth has bestowed. We'll bathe in the magic that dances through trees, and hear nature whisper her sweet melodies. Let us answer the forest's call, feel the miracle of it all. Hear the message on the breeze in the temple of the trees. We'll walk where sunlight sets the forest leaves aglow, weaving golden paths for wandering souls below, where trees shade us from the summer's harsh rays and show us Mother Nature's sacred ways. Let us answer the forest's call, feel the miracle of it all. Hear the message on the breeze in the temple of the trees. Come sit beneath the embers of an autumn tree, whose colors burn like flames in soft poetry, while leaves descend like fire dancing down, only to nourish the slumbering ground. A wintering forest sleeps in hushed disguise, yet life stirs quietly beneath snow and skies, waits for spring's touch to lift the veil, where buds will bloom and hearts set sail. Let us stroll through spring where new life grows, as trees awaken and their canopy shows. Come share with me the spirit at rebirth, and be reborn in this temple of earth. Let us answer the forest's call, to see life's beauty rise and fall. If we listen closely through the leaves, we'll feel the spirit gently breeze. So walk with me where the tall trees sway. Let silence speak what words can't say. The forest knows, the forest sees. It cradles time beneath the leaves. Let us go now, we'll say goodbye, but return again where spirits lie. And in the hush just for a while, be held beneath the forest smile.
Nice. Thank you, young people at SoundClouds. Much appreciated. All right, Pam.
All right. Yeah, I can definitely see why the majority of people who wrote for the contest were drawn to this particular song. It is so beautiful. The way it talks about how sacred nature is and the beauty of not only nature, but the silence that's found within the forest, and the way it brings this kind of this meditative comfort to the soul. And I thought there were such wonderful lines throughout, but I did especially like the bridge and the chorus, especially that bridge. A wintering forest sleeps in hushed disguise, yet life stirs quietly beneath snow and skies, waits for spring's touch to lift the veil, where buds will bloom and hearts set sail. You know, those are just such wonderful lines on the idea that just like us, you know, nature needs its time of rest and renewal. So very well done.
Nice. Thank you, Pam. Jeannie.
Yes, absolutely. I thought this was a fabulous piece. Great imagery all the way through, as always. I liked each of the verses, but I have to say I picked up verse 3 and 4 in this. I love that reference to the poetry in the verse 3. Come sit beneath the embers of an autumn tree, whose colors burn like flames in soft poetry, while leaves descend like fire dancing down, only to nourish the slumbering ground. I thought that was a great verse right there. I love the bridge, you know, as Pam said, I thought that was great. The chorus was great. I just really enjoyed the piece all the way through. And I love the sound that he chose for this. It was soft, it was easy to listen to, and it just kind of lulled you a little bit. And I like that. So great job, Yumpy, and thanks for sharing. Absolutely.
Nice. Anybody else got a kind of a John Denver vibe from it?
Maybe a little. Maybe a little.
I don't know. Aaron said he got Seals and Croft. I personally did
Oh,
not get any vibe, but you know,
Seals and
that's
Croft.
just me.
Voice-wise, that would kind of
Yeah.
fit. Yeah, I like that. Nice, Aaron. Thank you. Just the thought. I was thinking like Country Roads. It's got that note to the what it's like within that note of the country itself. So that's why I kind of thought John Denver. But I can dig into Seals and Crofts
Yeah.
just for the voice and how it flows so well. Yeah, nice.
For sure. Yeah. Yeah, that was another good one there. I liked it. And actually, you know, Rex, if you think back to Friday night, that last one that you read of Yumpy's, I think that there's a nice um, crossover between the two pieces in thought. You know, the outdoors and the wonderful nature vibe there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the other one, the Friday night was different. It was very different. One was totally just written and had great um, stanzas throughout. And this one just has a similar thought to it, and I like that very much. I think it's just wonderful fodder, especially for Yumpy. He does great with that stuff. Absolutely. Just saying. Okay. Well, the first poem that was inspired by that song, The Forest Called Temple of the Trees. It's called I Walked Within the Temple by Merv. And I have an audio for it. So, like me, go find the button. Yes, it's here somewhere. Here it is. Okay, here goes.
I followed you into the forest's embrace, where every shadow held a quiet grace. The world I carried slowly slipped away, as ancient branches taught my heart to stay. Yes, I answered the forest call, found a place beyond us all. Every whisper, every breeze led me home through living trees. I drank the light that filtered through the green, the gentlest miracle I've ever seen. The birds were singing names I almost knew, until the forest sang my own back too. Yes, I answered the forest call, found a place beyond us all. Every whisper, every breeze led me home through living trees. I watched the autumn paint the woodland floor, and learned that endings open hidden doors. Each crimson leaf surrendered without fear, to feed the dreams away in every year. When winter wrapped the hills in silent white, the roots still held their promises from sight. Faith is sometimes buried deep below, waiting for the spring alone to know. Then spring arrived, with laughter in her hands, awakening the sleeping woodland lands. And standing there beneath the emerald dome, I finally understood what people call home. Now I answer the forest call, knowing I belong with all. Every heartbeat, every breeze lives forever in the trees. When I return to roads of stone, the forest voice comes walking home. Its quiet strength remains with me, a living part of memory. Though I may wander far away, its roots still guide me every day. For once you've walked where old woods breathe, your soul keeps growing with the trees.
Well done, Merv. Thank you for the SoundCloud. Very much appreciated. All right, Jen Genie, you got first dibs.
Well, I like the piece. It was a really close take on Yuppie's uh, piece in my mind, right-wise and thought-wise. But I thought it was nicely done, and he did a good job. Um, Funny how I picked up verse 3 again. I watched the autumn paint the woodland floor and learned the endings of the hidden doors. Each crimson leaf surrenders without fear to feed the dreams waiting every year. I did like his bridge and his chorus, and I did enjoy the outro. So, um, yeah, it was a very, very nice piece. I thought he really paid attention to Yuppie's piece and drew from it. So, nice job, Merv. I like the voice and the music as well. Great job.
Nice. Thank you, Gene. Pam?
Yeah, I thought this was beautifully written lyrics by Merv. I really like how he writes about the forest being an ancient and living entity. I thought there was this great consistency of tone. I really enjoy and appreciate how he brings us through the different seasons, which I think works very well metaphorically at the idea of personal growth discovered in each season of life. And I thought there were beautiful lines throughout, but I did especially like verse 4 with the mention of spring. Then spring arrived with laughter in our hands, awakening the sleeping woodland lands. And standing there beneath the emerald dome, I finally understood what people call home. And then the outro, too, was just absolutely beautiful. So stunning lines and very well done.
Nice. Thank you, Pam. This is a great companion piece to Yumpie's. Yumpie said on that note of the call of the forest to come spend some time in. This walks on that note of answering that call, spending time in, and then being transformed because of heeding that call itself. And walks in those notes of we are not separate from the forest itself. We are together. We are deeply rooted as a singularity because, like the forest, we need it to actually live because what it offers up as far as oxygen, but also it grounds us in the moment because there are things there that we often take too much for granted. So getting into the forest and spending some time there and holding down to the truth of what the forest is, beauty incarnate, is a great note to enjoining, so to speak. And I did like the back end of this, especially with the then the female voice enters the mix, kind of almost a ritualistic call to everyone to join. So nicely done, Murray.
Okay, Rex.
Back to you, Janie.
Yes, this next piece was also inspired by Yuppie's song. And this is called Songs of Solomon by Destiny Uguhu. Uguhu? I don't know. I'm very sorry, Destiny. That's the one I got the best. So, Rex, whenever you are ready.
Okay, as soon as the thing decides, hey, you can read it now. Update. Ah, yes. Songs of Solomon by Izehi Destiny Ugulu. Cheers to you, co-walker, the shadow. Now taken away by oars of life show. The cloud, your checkmate, is bored. The blues and waves adorn discord. Overhead the village weavers weep. A brush of falling palm frond is cheap. That strikes a forehead landing on toe. In rain staccatos beat the boat I row. The king Solomon, unwizened by wives, the queen and beehive now contrives, a chip-chap chittering, fine drizzles, red agama head banging to whistles. The cackles on tree carcass are quick, red bills as sunsets, hoopos are slick. The eve is a star-studded inner sparkle, a fire the fireflies aurora is a speckle. Today's moonwalk begins at crosswalk, at twilight a glowworm is one to stalk. Over width of puddle across the facade, a croaky chair singing the art of God. End poem. All right, Pam. Pam, you there?
Sit on mute.
Yep,
No?
I'm here.
Oh,
I'm here. Great read there, Rex. This is a wonderful and captivating uh, poem. I like how he gives a nod to King Solomon and the Song of Solomon. It makes me think about love and desire. But it also just has this really amazing imagery and metaphors. I like how it speaks on the idea to me of the beauty of nature, which is the artwork of God. And I thought there were great lines throughout, but I did especially like where it says, overhead, the village weavers weep, a brush of falling palms frond a cheap that strikes a forehead landing on toe, and rain staccatos beat the boat I row. That feels like it speaks on the busyness of life, and the ups and downs. So wonderful, right, and very well done.
nice, Pam. Thank you. And Genie.
Yes. I I thought this was nicely penned. There's a lot of intriguing imagery here because I had to stop and think about what everything was. So in doing so, you realize that he's got a lot of references to nature, to birds, a lot to birds. And I picked these stanzas. The cackles on tree carcass are quick. Red bills as sunset cuckoos are slick. The eve is star-studded in a sprackle. A fire the fireflies aurora is a speckle. Today's moonwalk begins at crosswalk. At twilight, a glowworm is once a star. Over width of puddle, across the facade, a croaky choir singing the art of God. You know, you have the birds in there, and you know, in the second stanza, you know, they're hunting the glowworm. You know, they're looking for food. So it was nicely done, and it captured a lot in this piece. So thank you for sharing with us tonight. Ezehi, Destiny of You. Is that right, Grant? You said it's so nice when you say it. But, okay. So I told you to show it.
I like the nice. Thank you, Jane. I like the note is the idea of cheers to you, co-walker the shadow, now taken away by oars of life's show. The clouds your checkmaters aboard, the blues in waves adorn discord. Uh, uh, Take it, especially with the back end of today's moonwalk, begins at crosswork, at twilight a glowworm is one to stalk, over with the puddle across the sod, a crooked chair singing the art of God. And that note, the chip chat chit chattering, the head banging whistles, the cackles on the tree carcass, hits the note of the music of night and what comes alive when the sun goes down. If you pay attention, you get to actually listen to the chorus, the sound that comes alive, the cicadas, the tree frogs, as well as the note to fireflies just buzzing around too, lighting up the atmosphere. So nicely done, Zehi.
Mm-hmm. Nice job. Okay. Well, Pam, I'm coming to you. This next piece is called Forest Calling for Us by Amarima. And whenever you're ready. The off mute version, maybe? Okay, everybody's gone. Yeah, it cleared up so much everybody else has fell off. So, well, I guess I'll read this piece. Why not? Forest Calling for Us by Amarima. The forest called us, and we came. Young lovers, the two of us be. The trees around called us by name. Felt very welcome, you and me. In springs we shared the forest's birth, grow into summer's luscious green. In falls, tree leaves fell back to earth. We both enjoyed the golden scene. In winters we walked under trees. Leafless branches to us would wave when there'd be any chilly breeze. Each forest visit thanks we gave. We walked together, seasons all, feeling blessed by the forest call. End poem. Let's see now. Pam is back. And Rex is back. Hello.
Yeah, I hit the bloody wrong button, damn it.
That's okay. Pam was right behind you leaving, so, you know. So I said, well, I guess I'll read this piece. No big deal. Oh, gosh. So, I don't know. So did you hear the poem, Rex?
I didn't hear a thing.
Hmm. Okay. Well, the poem I just read was by Amarima.
Yes,
If you want to give it a
forest
quick
calling for
read.
us. Okay, why don't you
I
go
did
ahead?
read this earlier if you need somebody to comment on it.
There
Sure.
you go.
You can start us off.
All right. All right. Well, as always, this was just fabulous and Imarima's signature style. Wonderful imagery. I like how it celebrates love and it celebrates each one of the seasons of life and love and taking that time to just really be together. Um, and yeah, I just thought there were these wonderful lines throughout. I find something so very heartfelt in the idea of lovers walking through the forest together, and great lines throughout. But I especially like in fall's tree leaves fell back to earth. We both enjoyed the golden scene. I love that idea of describing the leaves in fall as a golden scene. And of course, as always, she's got this beautiful ending couplet, and it was nicely done. Great inspiration taken from that particular song by Yumpy.
Nice, thank you, Pam. All right, Jen Jeannie, since we all left you, now we're coming back to you.
Oh, see how you are?
Well,
I'm only kidding with you, Rex. I'm only kidding with you.
yeah, I was trying to get from one board to the other one, and so,
That's fine. That's fine. I thought this was well penned. Usually with Amarima, it's short and sweet. I think, although I think the last one I read of hers was a little longer. And it didn't have a punchline. But I thought it was well penned. There was nice imagery, and I thought it was a good take on the prompt. And I picked it up from the beginning. The forest called us, and we came. Young lovers, the two of us be. The trees around called us by name. Felt very welcome, you and me. In springs, we shared the forest birth, grow into summer's luscious green. And I could really have kept going. That's the hard thing with the brevity is knowing where you want to really cut it off. The next couple lines were great as well. So how do you choose, right? But very well done, and thank you, Amarima, for sharing with us. Absolutely.
yes, I like that note. Young lovers, the two of us be. You can take that two ways. young lovers, or young lovers of the forest itself, which then they grow into young lovers on their root. Because you hit on that note of in springs we shed the forest first, grow into summer's luscious green. In falls, the tree leaves fell back to earth. We both enjoyed the golden scene. So there is well, an awakening between the two as they explore this, and then that offering note is bites at spirituality. We walk together, seasons all, feeling blessed by the forest's call. So nice, Ima. Thank you.
Absolutely. Okay, yeah, give me 1 second here. I don't want to not put up the lyrics. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Not the wrong button. Wrong button, wrong button. Okay. Got it. Okay, copy. Okay, this next piece I'm going to put up is called I Will Not Let You Fade. And this is a companion piece to Bring Me to Life by Yumpy. As if you didn't know, it's by Yumpy. Excuse me. Okay, here we go.
You snorting pepper again?
Maybe. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay.
The rain must have brought out those little tree thingies for you.
Oh, something like that. Okay, so here's this song. Thanks.
I heard your pleas through shattered glass, your voice beneath the world's collapse. You reach through shadows cold and deep. I found your soul where silence weeps. You were never lost to me. I held your name in memory. Though you fell, you were not lost. Love still burned beneath the frost. I won't let you fade. Awake beyond the grave. Trust me. I'll breathe where hope has died. I'll call you back to light inside. Wake, beloved, I see who you are. Even broken, even scarred. You're not the silence you once became. You burn with power, not with shame. I stood where death had claimed your name. I walked through ash, I felt your flame. You cry for life, your soul's lament. I won't forget your soul's descent. Rise from the dark, rise from the stone. You're not forsaken, not alone. The world went cold, but I stayed near. There's still a soul to ease your fear. Find a way. This is your breath. Define
Powerful piece there, Yuppie. Thank you very much for the SoundCloud. Gingini,
Yes.
you
Yeah.
wanna take a bite?
I'm just teasing. A bite? Please, I just stopped coughing. I don't want to bite into anything. No, actually, this is a beautiful piece, Pen. I really liked it. I loved the audio. I said it was a wonderful take on the prompt. I'd have to go back and see which prompt I'm talking about. Besides, uh, there must have been something that I don't know. Anyway, I'll be quiet about that because but I thought there were so many great lines all the way through, and I picked it up at verse 2. You know, I stood where death had claimed your name. I walked through ash. I felt your flame. You cried for life, your soul's lament. I won't forget your soul's descent. And the bridge in that final chorus, absolutely wonderful. Great choice of voice for this. I like the choice of music as well. I was very well done. I'll put it that way. I thought it was excellent. So thank you.
Nice. Thank you, Gingini.
Hmm.
Pam.
Yeah, this has such beautiful and emotive lyrics with amazing imagery and metaphors. I like how it speaks in the voice of someone who wants to pull someone they care about out of the depths of depression. At least that's what it speaks to me on. And, they're just such amazing lines throughout. It was such a great take on the song "Bring Me to Life." But I really particularly liked. I heard your pleas through shattered glass, your voice beneath the world's collapse. You reached through shadows cold and deep. I found your soul where silence weeps. You were never lost to me. I held your name in memory. Though you fell, you were not lost. Love still burned beneath the frost. Wonderful lines, beautifully written, and very well done.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, it hits on that notes about love, loss, hope. And also you hit on the idea of grave and a few other notes, stone, rise from stone, defy your death, a resurrection out of the well, kind of walks on that note of maybe not depression, but heavy melancholy. The idea of being pulled down into a dark spiral because you're broken in the moment. So
Kind of
nice,
like the
it's a
death
great
of
piece.
self.
Yeah, and I like that note to the extra female whispering in the background for the chorus. Wake, beloved, rise from ruin. Trust me. Wake, beloved, save your soul. So it was a nice touch as well.
Hmm.
It could be a zombie love song. He's bringing her back to life.
Wow.
Yeah,
Is that what it was,
Well,
Jumpy? Is
it
that a
was zombie
don't
love.
they do that by eating them?
what's that, Rex?
Don't they do that by taking a bite out of them?
Oh yeah, we're biting into something now. No, it was a friend's. Oh man,
Oh no, I'm sorry, Yumpy.
sorry, Jumpy.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, it's yes, whole different spin on things there.
Ooh,
Okay,
okay.
the piece that was inspired by Yumpy's song is called "Remember" by Sikander. We have an audio for this one as well. So I put up the link. Now let me go hit the button. I gotta find the button. There it is.
Your thumb comes first without the hand. The cup's chipped edge still understands. Your left shoulder tilted low. Your mouth, your voice, then long ago. Memory keeps pressure, loses order. The coat comes first, then your shoulder. Your laugh arrives before the joke. Your skin comes last inside the coat. Your final morning before the name your mother used for you alone. You rhyme, you rhyme, you rhyme your missing measure into mine. You rhyme, the word brings you back by bringing you in. Again, member means limb. The word brings you back by bringing you in. You do not return your rhyme. Your missing measure enters mine. My fingers close the way yours did. My tongue finds the sentence your absence hid. One beat falls loose beneath my wrist. My pulse makes room for the beat it missed. You rhyme, you rhyme, you rhyme. Your absence enters another line. The world once knew becomes the sound that carries through. By morning, two histories move through my frame. One face in the mirror, two lives in the name. I speak in a rhythm I never once knew. The voice is mine, the cadence is you. You rhyme, you rhyme, you rhyme your missing measure into mine. You rhyme. The world once knew becomes the sound that carries through.
Well done, Cicada. And thank you very much for the sound found. Very much appreciated. All right, Pam, what do you think?
Well, this is a new name to me. Very cool
Yeah.
to see a new name. I'm glad they were inspired. And can you hear me all right?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. I'm glad they were inspired. The audio was really nice. The voice was, and so was the rhythm. I wasn't 100% a fan of that, whatever that cranking sound was. I don't know if that was something they did on purpose or something that kind of just accidentally got into the audio, but that threw me off audio-wise. But the voice used and the rhythm felt was good. I liked the use of spacing in this. I liked the wordplay of having and member like separated but put together at the same time. So the idea of, remembering somebody who was once an important part of your life, and the idea of repetition, the repetition that no matter what, they just always seem to make their way back into your heart, but their way back into your mind. And I thought there were great lines throughout. but I especially like your absence enters another line. The word the world once knew becomes the sound that carries through. By morning, two histories move through my frame. One face in the mirror, two lives in the name. Just absolutely an amazing write and very well done by Sikantar.
Nice, thank you, Pam. All right, Genie.
Yes, yes. First off, I thought this was well done. There was good imagery and a nice choice of music and tone throughout the piece. I liked how he spaced out the sound as well as his writing here. I like the mystery chorus. I'm hearing these words and I'm like, where are they? I mean, I see you rhyme, but he played it differently into the song itself, and I kind of like that because it kind of drew you back in again, you know. I thought it was a clever take on the prompt and well done. And I picked exactly where Pam did, except for I took it all the way to the end. You know, I speak in a rhythm I never once knew. The voice is mine. The cadence is you. It's like no matter where you are, you're going to be a part of me. And I felt that's where he drew it in from Yumpy's piece. So nice job, Sikander, and thanks for sharing. Great job.
Nice, thank you,
Mm-hmm.
Genie. I like this. This was I found it pretty cool, different too,
Mm-hmm.
especially rolling back into that note of you rhyme, you rhyme, you rhyme, and then hitting the beat with the voice again. What was it? What was? Oh, now I can't find it. Because it rolls on this with the out of Yuppie's piece quite well. My tongue finds the sentence your absence hid. One beat falls loose beneath my wrist. My pulse makes room for the beat it missed. You rhyme, you rhyme, you rhyme. Your absence enters another line. The word the world once knew becomes the sound that carries through. By morning, two mysteries move through my frame. One face in the mirror, two lives in the name. I speak in a rhythm I never once knew. The voice is mine. The cadence is you. Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah, it's a great piece. Okay. Let me come over here. And we have a midpoint song to put up. And this one is called If by Yumpy. And I'm going to put that up. And I'm going to hit that button. And now I got to find that button. Oh, here it is. I found it. Pretty good. Okay, here goes.
If my soul is a piece of my artwork, then what's left when the canvas is torn? If my soul is a piece of my artwork, and my soul is a part of my mind, and my mind is a part of my body, but my body is no longer mine. I walk through this world like a stranger, paint smudged on a page that won't dry. They tell me to look in the mirror, but I swear I'm just watching you die. If I bleed through these verses, will you read me? If I scream in the dark, will you see me? If I burn down my truth just to free it, would you hold me or turn when you see it? If my words do not end up on paper, and these feelings are nothing but lies, and my tears turn to ashes in anger, I'm left with no reason to try. No pen in my hand, just a burden, a silence that sharpens with time. They told me the pain had a purpose, but mine just forgot how to rhyme. If I bleed through these verses, will you read me? If I scream in the dark, will you see me? If I burn down my truth just to free it, would you hold me or leave me to feel it? If my heart and my body remember, and my mind is too scarred to forget, I swallow the shame that I carry. Don't stop until nothing is left. I walk with my past in my shadow. It clings like a coat made of shame. Each breath feels like wading through water. Each step is a ghost calling my name. You said love was more than survival, but I never learned how to heal. They said time would come like a tide, but the waves just taught me to kneel. If I show you my broken heart's beating, and you stand up and leave me behind, does that mean you are no longer human? It doesn't mean you were always too kind. I don't blame you for fleeing the silence or the ink that I cried into rhymes, but I hope when you sleep you remember there was once someone losing the night. If my soul was a piece of my artwork, then maybe I'm more than the pain I survived.
Wonderful piece there, Yumpy. Thank you for the sound cloud. Very much appreciate it. All right, Pam.
Oh my goodness gracious. This one I have to say is one of my absolute favorites. It was actually one that I considered writing to. It's just so powerful and so heartfelt. I really appreciate how it speaks in the voice of one who is pouring out their pain, and how oftentimes we live in a world where people don't notice when somebody is suffering, or they don't care enough to ask about somebody. And it also feels like, the idea of mind and body falling apart, because it feels almost like the aftermath of abuse, to where you feel like your thoughts don't even belong to you anymore. Your mind, your body, nothing is yours. All you've got is this pain and this shame, and nobody is understanding it. And all you want is for somebody to be there with you in this journey of healing, this journey of survival. And I thought there were great lines throughout. But I did especially like the bridge, verse 4, and the outro. So beautifully written and very well done.
Nice, Pam. Thank you. Jen.
Yes, 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 yes. When I first read this or heard this, you know, uh, however long ago that was, October 25. Uh, I thought it was such an excellent share, really outstanding. Turning pain into a work of art. And I said to Yumpy, I said, I think that's what poets do, just not always so gracefully. Each verse is exceptional. The conveyance of pain that is relatable to many. Poignant piece, awesome. I enjoyed the audio as well. I mean, um, and I picked it up. I'll read it. What parts I picked up. But if my soul is a piece of my artwork, then what's left when the canvas is torn? If I bleed through these verses, will you read me? If I scream in the dark, will you see me? If I burn down my truth just to free it, would you hold me or turn when you see it? If I bleed through these verses, will you read me? If I scream in the dark, will you see me? If I burned down my truth just to free it, would you hold me or leave me to feel it? You said love was more than survival, but I never learned how to heal. They said time would come like a tidal, but the waves just taught me to kneel. If my soul is a piece of my artwork, then maybe I'm more than the pain I survived. I thought this was just such a strong and wonderful piece. So, and as I said before, thank you for sharing this with us. Just incredible. Great job,
Yep.
Simone. I have to
Yeah,
say,
I gotta go with number three. If my heart and my body remember, and my mind is too scarred to forget, I swallow the shame that I carry. Don't stop until nothing is left. I walk with my past in my shadow. It clings like a cloak made of shame. Each breath feels like wading through water. Each step is a ghost calling my name. Ghost. That whole thing speaks of past past bridges burnt, um, past heartbreak, uh, how it lingers on the soul, and it just you walk with it, you carry it because you don't know what to do with it as a whole because you don't have somebody to unload on well, maybe not unload, but at least speak to. So this walks to that of keeping everything in, and this piece kind of walks in that on that idea of being able to finally purge that, so to speak, offering up a sense of truth that he's finally admitting to in a note, and maybe giving a sense of relief, at least a little bit of weight off the shoulders, so to speak,
mm,
because you pour it out, then there's you've got a sense of there's some place, some space left within one where you can breathe in the moment and finally take that deep breath instead of it being agonizing. It's almost a quiet note to seeing something else in the moment rather than what is just poured out.
right. Mm-hmm. Pretty amazing. Oh my goodness. Okay. Good comments. This next prompt piece that I'm going to put up is called One Pill Too Many, Another White Rabbit by Yumpy. Imagine that. Okay. Let me go and hit that button. I know it's here. Must be this one. I think I better check. Yes. I don't want to be like too silly about it. Okay, here goes.
One feather floats you skyward, one stone can make you drown. There's a potion in your pocket, turns your little world around. Go ask the mirror, it's grinning like a clown. You chase the whispers laughing through trees that never sleep. The owl has turned to ashes, then blown where secrets weep. Go call the girl who talks in riddles deep. One pill too many, and Wonderland's manic. The caterpillar's flying, and logic's erratic. The stars all flicker, the queen's on fire. Truth is a thief that sounds like a choir. Go ask the clown, you'll vanish in its grave. The numbers start to shiver, the clock begins to cry. Mountains hum the thunder underneath the melting sky. Go ask the sinner, they never tell you why. Logic slips through fingers, and shadows start to dance. Pawns fall off the chessboard, into a wide-eyed trance. Go tell the silence, it breathes a second chance. One pill too many, and wonderland's manic. The caterpillar's flying, and logic's erratic. The stars all flicker, the queen's on fire. Truth is a thief that sounds like a choir. Go ask the cloud, you'll vanish in its grip. Now velvet skies are bleeding, stars melt into the flame. The red queen spins in silence, still whispering your name. Go see the dreamer, she's the one to blame. One pill too many, and wonderland's manic. The caterpillar's flying, and logic's erratic. The stars all flicker, the queen's on fire. Truth is a thief that sounds like a choir. Go ask the cloud and vanish in its grave.
Nicely done there, Yumpy. Thank you very much. All right, Pam.
Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah, that was quite the trip that Yumpy has taken us on. Definitely a great take on the White Rabbit song and the I love the whole Alice in Wonderland vibe and how he took it to an all new level. And it also kind of has the Pusherman song kind of feel, only it's the girl, like he's the Red Queen. Now indigo skies are bleeding, the stars on an ethereal plane. The Red Queen's head is spinning and full of flickering flame. Go see the dreamer, she's the one to blame. But this has such fabulous lines throughout. It's a magical trip. It's full of wonderland whimsy, and it definitely feels like hitting the acid within poetry. So very well done by Yumpy.
Nice. Genie.
Yeah, I thought this was a nicely penned piece. Nice lines throughout. I love the imagery, and what a great take on that prompt. I think that it was, Alice in a really great Alice in Wonderland trippy kind of piece. And I picked up two stanzas, one of which Pam read, but I picked it up here as logic slips through fingers and shadows mirror dance. The chessboard's pawns fall into a wide-eyed trance. Go tell the silence, it breathes with chance. And then I read down into Pam's section. Great piece. Well done. Well done. Very, very good.
I like the chorus.
Mm-hmm.
That note, the caterpillar flying. That was a nice touch.
Right?
Yes, he's flying off with his hookah. I know this was pretty cool. I enjoyed this.
Yeah.
Definitely a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Now, Ernst, do you want to call in and read your piece? Or should I pick you up, I should say? It's not a matter of calling in here.
You going down under there, Jeannie?
Sure, I'll pick you up. Okay, here goes. First off, say hello to Ernst. Hi, Ernst. The unmuted Ernst, actually, is the one we need to talk to. And
I got on mute first because I got had the And my niece is at home today. She's been a little bit sick, so we didn't send her to school. So she's got her phone. She's a little bit noisy, so I'm just going to shut the door on her for a minute, and then I'll read it.
Okay,
Nice.
putting it up now.
Hang on.
And whenever you're ready, it's here. That's all. Woof.
Yeah, spooked the dog while I was at it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, a convoluted dream. Red pills by the sink, glowing like little pearls. I took one with a rose stamp, and the wallpaper began to grow. Caught between both sun and tide, with a heart that's turned to glass. Holding on for every breath, though my tongue still tastes like mint. My hands feeling borrowed and numb, as the kettle bends at its waist, and the floorboards melt like glue. I felt the room go soft, like a curtain in the rain. My name slipped off the wall, while the mirror strangely grinned, until I blinked and it swam away. Cardboard birds on an angled shelf started pecking at the lamp. Then I heard a voice inside my head say, "Don't follow the white lines." So I chased them until my feet turned blue. I saw a rabbit in a velvet suit, counting seconds with his eye. He tipped his hat to my fear, then faded into the tiles like a piece of twisted thread. Blood dripped from my teeth until it formed 10/6 upon my best set tie, as the Queen of Spades' dying rage echoes across a barren chessboard. Then the ceiling split in two like a peach under a knife, and I laughed at my own hands for the first time in forever, followed by a sigh that seemed to make all the shadows drift a little lower. Now every door looks ominous, and every keyhole sings. If this is how I'm meant to fall, please let the dark scribe its signature on these tainted, unplanned wings. As this dream, at least I hope it's one, begins to fade, and reality once again creeps into view, I speak only this: beware, strange pills don't always bring delight. End poem.
Great read, Aaron. Thank you very much. Nice. Gingini.
Yes. Well, I said this is a wild trip, Aaron. A nice take on the prompt because it definitely suits the thoughts that Yumpy had put on paper or screen. And I picked it up here. Then the ceiling split in two like a peach under a knife, and I laughed at my own hands for the first time in forever, followed by a sigh that seemed to make all shadows drift a little lower. Now every door looks ominous, and every keyhole sings. If this is how I'm meant to fall, please let the dark scribe its signature on these tainted, unplanned wings. No flying. And then I took it all the way to the end because, as this dream, at least I hope it's one, begins to fade and reality once again creeps into view. Excuse me. I speak only this: beware. Strange pills don't always bring delight. It was a real trippy kind of piece, and it suited the prompt. And again, another great Alice in Wonderland kind of piece. It was, nicely done. So great job, and thank you for sharing with us.
Nice. Thank you, Gene. Pam?
Yeah, this is a fabulous write and great read, Errant. This actually reminds me of a couple different things. First of all, it makes me think of a story my stepsister told me about a friend of hers tripping on acid who thought there was worms crawling all over the toilet seat. And then it makes me think of a story my youngest aunt told me about when my mom and one of the other sisters had painted their room with giant flowers and giant insects all over the walls and ceilings, and then decided to do acid. And apparently that was a very interesting experience. But I like how this poem, which has this really nice flow to it, even though it's not a rhyming poem, it still has a great flow, and it speaks on the idea that not every trip is going to be fun. In fact, a lot of them are going to pull your mind into places that it doesn't want to go. And I thought there was also a lot of really clever drug references, such as "Don't follow the white lines," the cocaine, and also the visceral imagery of blood dripped from my teeth until it formed 10/6 upon my best silk tie as the queen of spades dying rage echoed across a barren chessboard. But just absolutely amazing lines throughout. But I do have to say, my absolute favorite was, I saw a rabbit in a velvet suit counting seconds within his eye. He tipped his hat to my fear, then faded into the tiles like a piece of twisted thread.
Yeah.
Wonderful lines and very well done.
Good
Nice.
stuff.
I like
Yeah,
that
thanks.
opening of Red Pills by the Sink. That reminded me of Lily F40s back in the day. We used to call them the Little Red Bullet. Second alls. Ooh, hoo, hoo. Anyway, uh, just some great the ceiling split in two like a peach under a knife, and I laughed at my own hands for the first time in forever, followed by a sigh that seemed to make all the shadows drift a little lower. Now every door looks ominous, and every keyhole sings. If this is how I meant to fall, please let the dark scribe its signature on these tainted, unplanned wings. As this dream, at least I hope it's one, begins to fade, and reality once again creeps into view, I speak only this: beware. Strange pills don't always bring delight. And it had me thinking too of Three Dog Night. Mama told me not to come.
The-
This ain't the way to have fun, son.
oh my gosh. Pretty funny. Oh,
Yeah,
goodness. We got
yeah, thank you. And as I said in the chat, that it was like the piece felt like I was using a secondary prompt of like when someone dropped LSD in the middle of a dog pile and everyone went down the rabbit hole. That was why I brought, instead of doing the red queen, I did the queen of spades. I mean, who do you think dug the hole?
Nice.
Oh my goodness gracious. I tell you, I can't stand it.
I like it.
You gonna hang with us for a few, Aaron? Because Rex's piece is up next.
I think I've got to drop off because the other one would be a little bit restless.
Okay. Just wanted to
All
check.
right.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, and this next piece that Rex wrote was also inspired by One More Pill by Yumpy. And, Rex,
It's an older one.
whenever you're ready. Well, yeah, but it falls right in line, I think. Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
There it is. Truth in Wonderland. Alice's Hole. I came across this caterpillar, see, a hookah smoking gent smiling at me. He said that he lived in opium dreams, where colors flow bright within dancing streams. He invited me to sit and take some rest. A puff or two would be my acid test. He stated, your party arrives very soon, as my chandelier started singing his tune. The air was alight, our puffings aglow. That burbling brook was putting on a show. Purple and orange fish jumped in the air, where plasticine flowers shone with grand flare. Then in marched this white hare with brevity, a singular mad-hatted entity. He strode within his own serenity, and claimed he was just March's complexity. This wide-eyed day was beginning to hum, as my chamber slowed to a steady thrum. That wild rabbit was chewing on sorghum, as he gently rubbed his bloating tum-tum. Then in floated this teapot, I must tell. Its porcelain carriage offered a smell, and those teacups lined the courtyard, you see, where that Mad Hatter was supping his tea. In came this hairy litterbox stuffer, that Cheshire cat was one ripe old duffer. He stroked his whiskers, ignored the tiskers, while the bung on his paws was not missed, ya? A purple haze hung around that feline, where that big old doobie walked the tree line. He wore an ear-to-ear, big-toothy grin, and said, "Time for a cuppa, let's tuck in." Fair little Alice was a naughty one. She stuffed the pockets of her cardigan, 'cause Mommy's tiny pills were never fine, as she was in love with orange sunshine. The barrel was grand, and now she was late for her riverbank tea party prom date. Alice had been down this hole many times, and laughed with enchantment at unsung rhymes. The reason she came again and again was for that long tall soldier's wooden grain. He'd bend her over, then wallop her bum, while her lusting eyes craved engorging plum. "All right, Alice, slow down just a bit. There's plenty of time. Take a hookah hit, and breathe in that tea and hazy sunshine, as your soldier can wait to fly that line." The clearing was set, tablecloth laid out, tea and biscuits, buttered scones all about. The hat had a bong, a cone of gold, and released the cob and took the full load. He coughed up a plume of sweet pungent smoke, was red in the face, and began to choke. We all had a good laugh, took turns and toked. The night was young, we'd all be getting stoked. Old Catty pulled out some primo hashish, black tar sticky with a tiny white crease. Pale blue smoke wafted, softly kissing the air, as the doors to awareness we would share. We chased the dragon as Alice dug in to a baggie filled with window pane sin. We all took a tab and relaxed a while as the colors and trails began to smile. This world came alive, the trees were breathing, our minds alight with a cosmic seething. We were one with all and everything when nature's seduction began to sing. Within these woods we were born to be wild. We are the nexus that was left unfiled. Our love in nature was forever styled to tune and balance what you have reviled. If you pop down a rabbit hole with me, these are the very things that you shall see. Toking and smoking and dropping some LSD will lighten your soul and set your mind free. Alice gets a little raunchy when it's late. You see, down here she can embrace her fate and give in to her most basic desires while boffing the old soldier and his squires. Come one, come all for the hookah and tea, and we shall have one righteous party. Never be offended when you walk this way, or if you happen to hear Alice say, "I'm not wearing any knickers, tee-hee, and that glowing fireplace now stands scratch free. I want your tickler deep inside of me, where your wooden trinkets can splinter free." So you thought you knew what Wonderland was when you read that book, just you and your cuz? And once you're down here, there's only one goal, to pleasure that palace, and now it's just whole. Grace was slick as Jefferson bought airplane tickets, and the Stubbs bid the claim to just heed the White Rabbit and remember what the Dormouse said. Feed your head. And boom.
Great job, Rex. Great job. Pam, what do you think?
Oh my goodness gracious. This is fabulous. It's so great that you brought this gem out again. Wonderful read, Rex. Just a great flow. This is just full on craziness. I just adore the raunchiness of it, all the way through. Just amazing lines throughout, but I especially like then infloated this teapot, I must tell, its porcelain carriage offered a smell, and those teacups line the courtyard, you see, where the Mad Hatter was supping his tea. And came this hairy litter box stuffer, that Cheshire cat was one ripe old duffer. He stroked his whiskers, ignored the tiskers, while the bung on his paws was not missed. Yeah. I mean, all the way through, just oh my goodness gracious, so many fabulous lines. I also like old Caddy pulled out some primo hashish, black tar sticky with a tiny white crease, pale blue smoke wafted softly, kissing the air as the doors to an awareness we would share. I'm so glad that you brought this one out because yes, it's just wonderful to hear it again. Plus, it just fit so well with connected so well with the song that Yumpy brought to the table. So very well done.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Pam.
Yeah. Well,
Oh my God.
I think Pam really summed it up nicely. But I thought it was an excellent piece, wonderfully psychedelic, great lines throughout, and wonderful imagery. I did get a kick out of some of it. It was like, oh my. But that's so Rex. It's so Rex. But awesome stanzas all throughout. So great job and great read. Now look, I have one that I put up. It's not quite as wild as Rex's, but I'll put it up because it's called Wonder Shroom, and it's just a little soft and fluffy, I guess. But it's an old one, so I'll pull it up. And it goes this way. Alice went to Wonderland. What adventures did she find? A Cheshire cat, a set of twins. She thought she'd lost her mind. A caterpillar with a hookah, a rabbit running late. She looked on in amazement. What truly was her fate? The colors of the flowers, they sang, and how they danced really took her breath away. Whatever was the chance? The bottle that said, "Drink me," a potion was within. Shrunk down till she was small. Her adventures now begin. With the little tiny key that she had quickly found, slowly, surely, quietly, she took a look around. There was a door just her size. She tried the key and lock, took one step and just one more, in her white apron and blue frock. The note on plate said, "Eat me." The cookies so divine. Poof, she's back to normal size. For home now she did pine. She ran into a hatter. His hat was way too tall. Then she met a dormouse. Good heavens, he's so small. They had a little tea party, an unbirthday party too. Alice was so shocked to see the timekeeping rabbit too. She traveled with the hatter, saw gardeners painting roses red, met the hard Queen of Hearts. She yelled off with all their heads. A chessboard on the lawn, chess pieces walking round. Curiouser and curiouser, is this place she found? She saw the Jabberwocky who could kill with just one touch. Oh, my poor, poor Alice, you worried me so much. I called to her, "Get out of there, find your way back here." I heard her voice, she answered me. She comforted my fear. I see she never left the table, nor did the lady roam. It was all hallucination from the mushrooms I had grown. And boom, just being a smart ass.
Yes,
But
Genie and the Shrooms.
there you go. There
You
you
went and picked out those purple rim buggers from the fields where the cow patties roam.
go. I never picked a mushroom in my life. Well,
No, you just had somebody else do it for you.
except except maybe out of a basket. What can I say? Oh my gosh. Anyway, just being, I just had to do it. I figured, well, why not follow through with the thought?
Well, listen here, Alice.
Yeah, right.
Yes,
Okay,
you've been down that road.
I'll never tell. Okay, I have to
Hey,
go over here. I have to go
said from
find
somebody who's been down that road a lot. I
one.
know you've been down that road.
Not a lot, just
Oh,
enough.
yeah.
Just enough.
I did do it
Okay.
for a whole year in school, so that
Oh
was
my
cool.
goodness. Oh,
Yes.
okay. I got to go find this piece. Shadows. Oh shoot.
Find what?
I'm looking for faded. Hang on. I can't talk and type. Don't you know that about me by now?
Well, while you're typing, I'll go ahead and comment on this piece.
Oh, oh,
Um,
oh. Sorry, Pam.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. But of course, as always, you got this just absolutely fabulous rhyme and flow. I love the humor at the end. That the way you take us on this journey through the those special shrooms, and I like how you find each one of the characters and then the idea of calling Alice back and realizing that this is all just that delightful hallucination. Wonderful title, Wonder Shroom. uh, that sounds like something that you might be able to buy off of Amazon. Wonder
Maybe
Shroom.
we have to look it up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That sounds like
But
one
I
of those
thought there were great lines
infomercial things.
throughout.
Too funny.
But I especially liked She saw the Jabberwocky who would kill with just one touch. Oh, my poor Alice, you've worried me so much. I called to her, get out of there, find your way back. I heard her voice. She answered me. She comforted my fear. And then, of course, the ending was, just fabulous. Very well done.
Thank you very much. It was fun. It was something silly. Somebody had done something for Hatter, and I was like, oh, I have to come up with something. So
I've forgotten I did this one too. Damn.
yeah.
Remember the goggly snog?
Yeah.
Yes, I remember that. I don't remember it like exactly, but I remember, and
I've forgotten all about the goggly snog.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun some days.
I think I actually myself have like 3 or 4.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Okay, look, we got 2 more we got to fit in, and then we can chat.
Okay.
This next prompt piece by Yumpy is called A Shadow's Faded Veil. And this is a companion to A Harder Shade of Pale. So there it is, and there it is. Now let me hit the button. I got to find that button. Oh no, is it this one? Yes, I think it's this one. Yes. God, scared myself. Oh, where did it go? There it is.
We drifted past the midnight lanterns, spinning softly on the breeze. I felt a whisper in the silence, as shadows danced with ease. The moon was spinning faster, while stars began to fade. When we reached out to catch the moment, the night's illusion stayed. And so it was that later, as the river told its tale, a face once faint and ghostly turned to shadow's faded veil. She whispered, there's no reason, as the world spun out of view. But I traced her through the mirror and refused to see it true. One of many wandering, lost beneath the tide. And though my eyes were open, they drifted like the sky. So it was that later, as the river told its tale, the face once faint and ghostly turned to shadow's faded veil. She said, I'm lost in the silence, though the night was deep and wide. So I took her by the moonlight and forced her to decide, saying, are you the fallen star who lost its way in flight? But she smiled so softly, then my darkness turned to light. And so it was that later, as the river told its tale, a face once faint and ghostly turned to shadow's faded veil. Dreams are the echoes, then hope's the quiet tune. And if the dark is gentle and dawn is coming soon, my thoughts drift like a feather, seeping through my head, till we dive into the ocean and wake the sleeping dead. as the river told its tale. Her face, once faint and ghostly, turned to shadows, faded veil.
What a wonderful song to play with. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
This was the first song that came out that dipped into that world of surreality. 1967 by Procol Harum. It came out 2 weeks before Beatles' Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band album, who also dipped heavily into the surreality. So nicely done, Yumpy. I like that, especially that chorus walks nicely right in with the chorus to the original. So, cheers, mate. That was cool. Genie?
Yeah, I thought this was an excellent write and audio by Yumpy. Draws so much emotion nicely from the listener. It just kind of draws you in, and I don't know, it just makes you feel, and that's the best part about it. Each stanza was really well done, but to me, it's a story of someone who's caught in the darkness, and someone comes and turns it around. Brings you that hope, that light, and that's kind of what I get from it. I picked it up right here. She said, "I'm lost in silence, though the night was deep and wide. So I took her by the moonlight and forced her to the side, saying, 'Are you the fallen star who lost its way in flight?' But she smiled so softly that my darkness turned to light. And so it was the later, as the river holds its tail. Her face, once faint and ghostly, turned to shadows' faded veil. If dreams are the echoes that hope's the quiet tune, and if the dark is gentle, then dawn is coming soon. My thoughts drift like a feather, seeping through my head, till we dive into the ocean and wake the sleeping dead." I don't know. To me, there's a lot of hope in this. Hope and, a positive note. So even though it's not, it comes off as being somewhat melancholy or somber, I still can see that in it. So great job, Yumpy. I loved it.
Like that. Pam?
Oh, this is just gorgeous. It's such a wonderful take on the song, A Whiter Shade of Pale. Amazing imagery and metaphors, absolutely captivating in the way it goes into a balance of surrealism and emotional depth. And great lines throughout. But I did especially like, she whispered, "There's no reason," as the world spun out of view, but I traced her through the mirror and refused to see it true. One of many wanderings lost beneath the tide, and though my eyes were open, they drifted like the sky. Wonderful lines and very well done by Yumpy.
Absolutely. So Pepper, Rex.
Dry throat.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe it was the pepper. Just checking. Um, yes. So the piece that was written for that song is a piece by our very own Pam Ray, and it's called "Beyond the River and Beyond the Veil" by Pam Ray. And I have an audio for this one. Woo! So let me go and find that button. It's here. I know it is. And here we go. I see beyond the river, I see beyond the stars. I am reaching across the veil to where I know you are.
This land is made of magic, the revealing flow of rivers. I reach to touch your light, my soul it cries, my flesh it shivers. Look for me beyond ceremonial, beyond the traps of time. The sky becomes a perfect shade of music within the realms of rhyme. See me beyond the veil, below the silver clouds, where flowers bloom freely away from the stampede of the crowd. See me in this mystic night. Hold my thoughts, hold them tight. I hold you now within my hands. My spirit holds your light. We hold on to these moments because they will always feel right. Let your eyes meet with mine. Let our souls now combine. Let go of this control of time. I am yours and you are mine, forever now and for a day. Feel the rhythm as it sways. Feel the river as it flows. Understand that the magic within us will rise ever higher and willingly grow. The magic between us will always allow our souls to be eternally free. The whispers of moonlight is our most wondrous decree. I see beyond the river. I see beyond the stars. I reach beyond the veil to where I know you are. See me beyond the veil, below silver clouds. everything feels alright.
Nicely done, Pam. Thank you for the sound cloud. All right, Genie.
Okie dokie. Well, Pam, I thought that this was a great write. A nice take on the prompt. Well done. I thought it was a great choice of music and voice. I like the fact you use powerful music and a strong voice. And then I put in parentheses, speaking well of the veil. That lingering desire to follow the one you miss. I thought it was a nice job. And I picked it up from here. The magic between us will always allow our souls to be eternally free. The whispers of moonlight is our most wondrous decree. And I took it all the way down to the end. Here in this magical moment, everything's all right. I like it. I like it. And I hope I'm not too far off, but I was trying to keep my thoughts. But well done, and thanks for sharing. Nice
Oh,
job.
thank you so much. And
Yeah, I
I bet
like
you're
it.
very happy that I decided to sing it myself so that
I
you didn't
know.
have to.
I know you did a fine job with that.
Got a little
Oh,
bit of a break.
I know. I know. I thank you for that. It gets rough. Go on, Rex. I'll shut up.
Yeah, I like the piano and the violins in it. That was a nice touch. Adds some depth. But that note, the veil, because you hit on the veil quite a bit in this. So beyond the veil, I'm guessing beyond that note of death, reaching into that in between world where things hold static in the moment, and you can be outside of time, space, and as you put it, where was it the stampede of the crowd, a place where there's light, there's flowers, and everything is kind of perfectly shaped within that note of music and the rhyme that follows with that. So even with the rivers and the stars, it still walks in that touch of surreality, but it walks on that idea of catching up with someone who's already passed over, or maybe holding on to them a little longer so that they don't pass over too quickly.
Thank you, Rex. Thank you for the comments. And thank you, Rex, for offering up Yumpy's music for inspiration. And of course, thank you to Yumpy for the inspiration.
Absolutely. hmm
Absolutely.
Rex, guess what?
What?
It's 11:59. We only had one
Wow.
poem we did not read. That's the one we didn't know what the header was for, or the header was. So if she gets back to us, if you want to move it to Friday, that's fine. Or if you want to move it to
Okay.
Sunday next week, that's fine too.
Yes,
Whichever
I should
works.
have an answer by then.
I would hope. I would hope. Oh my God. And then we get to hear another song, maybe.
Well, I did check. She's from India, so time
Oh,
difference and all,
she's on a whole different. She's upside down too.
wavelength.
Kind of.
So,
Yeah. Right. No, absolutely. But what a great show! What a great show! Very enjoyable. Um,
yes, I had a blast.
absolutely. Absolutely. Me too. Me too. Pam, thanks for joining us.
My pleasure. Happy to be here. Great show tonight.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot of fun. There's some good writes and good songs, and yeah, I liked it. I liked it. Okay. Well, I mean, Rex, what are you going to tell us? Anything?
Uh,
He's going
no,
to.
nothing
Okay.
at the moment.
You're going to sing to us?
You don't want me
Uh,
singing?
I don't know. Somebody might want to hear you. But yeah. So thanks everybody. It was a wonderful show. A lot of fun. And you all stay out of
Yes,
trouble.
we had a blast.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. Well, I I guess I'll say good night. Good night, Rex. Good night, Pam. Good night, Aaron. Good night, Yumpy. Yeah.
Oh,
Good night,
you're not
John
going to
Boy.
drop in that good night, John Boy?
I did that. See, one step ahead, man. One step ahead.
Oh my God.
We're not well. Anyway, much love, everybody. I'll talk to you all soon.
Good night, gang, and thank you very much.
Yes.